There are a few questions that commonly come up. I'll respond to the most common questions about the system. Yes, we can definitely import basic client data into your new system. Basic client information means their name, address, telephone number, etc. And in fact, most other systems will allow you to export that data, and often you just export it, email me the spreadsheet, and I can import it into the new system. And getting that basic information is actually included in the fee for the system. However, historic data, meaning when they got adjusted or the insurance plans and billers and all that kind of stuff, that's a little bit more tricky because the underlying architecture of the systems varies so widely based on like how things are stored and broken down. And often it doesn't make sense to really try to import that. I can look at it and talk with you if that's really something you want to, see if we can do. Often what people will do is they'll use their old system through December 31st of the current year. Somewhere in November, December, they contact me, we get them set up on the new system, and on January 1st, they enter everything in the new system, and the new year, they're good to go. The old system, they keep just running long enough or paying the fees long enough to do their taxes, maybe run some reports so that they have an archive of what was happening previous years. But then once that's done, they stop paying the fees, and they're ready to go on the new system, which will have all the information they need for the coming years. Yes, you can definitely bill insurance using this system. The way that it's handled in the system is that basically you click a button and it will bring up all the open charges for all the insurance companies and Medicare and everything else. And it gives you one nice unified report that has all the information, the insurance plan IDs, the policy holders, the diagnosis codes, the billing codes, etc. It's all there in that report. That report then needs to go to somebody outside your office. It needs to go to a billing person, and they can submit that electronically to all the insurance companies. Now, we like doing it this way because that gives us an expert on our team. And in fact, when the billing codes and the diagnosis codes were changing, she actually worked with us to figure out what was the right way of claiming to different particular groups. And she's cheap, and we tend to pay only for what we use. So if you don't do any insurance billing, there's no extra fee. If you do, you hit the report and you send it out. Now, so you hit the report, you send it to your billing person, they submit, and let's say you get back a $3,000 check from Acme Insurance. There's a screen that you can bring up in the solution that shows you all the open charges for Acme Insurance, all the different patients and everything. So you just open that screen, you can apply the check that you just received to all those adjustments. So from your office perspective, the report is really simple. Click the button, that's done. When you get the payment back, then you can apply that payment to all the different charges. But you will need to send that report to a biller. Yes, you can access your solution at home. If you store your solution in a cloud directory, like iCloud or OneDrive or Google Drive or Dropbox, then you can open a copy of your solution at home on your iPad. And there you can run reports, you can email clients, you can even email clients their invoices for their recent services, and that's great. If you're not updating any of the underlying service information or any of the underlying client information, you'll never have any issues and you can access it like that all the time. If, however, you want to actually update client information or update service information, be sure that you always export out of the FileMaker app back into your cloud directory when you're working with it at home. Because it won't automatically sync unless you put it back in that cloud directory, because we're avoiding the hosting fees. So we put it back in the cloud directory, you go back to the office, you start up your computer, you give it a moment for the cloud directory to synchronize, and then when you open it up, any changes that you made at home will also reflect at the office. So again, to be clear, if you access a copy of it at home and all you're doing is running reports and looking at information, you won't run into any issues. If you make changes at home, be sure that you always export out of the FileMaker app back into your cloud directory so that your Office computer can update. And then when you start up your Office computer next, give it a moment so those cloud directories can synchronize. I didn't include scheduling functionality within the client management system because I didn't want to charge any monthly fees. Also, there are some excellent free alternatives that work very well in conjunction with the client management solution. Consider this: most people want to have access to their scheduling all the time, no matter where they are. So if I included that within the solution, then we would have to host the whole solution on a special server. Hosting that solution on a special server then requires monthly fees. But these free alternatives work very well in conjunction with the solution. So rather than charging a client for a monthly fee simply for scheduling, it seemed like a better plan to show them how they could integrate the free options and then avoid the monthly fees. So let's look at how some of these options could work for you. So let's have a look at iCal on the Mac. Here I've got a year view, a month view, a week view, and a day view. So let's say I want to schedule somebody for the 25th. I can easily drag out half-hour appointment and say I want Fred to come in and get adjusted. And here's one of the things I love about iCal. It remembers that last time I invited Fred to get adjusted. So I just hit enter here and it's pretty much all done. I hit send. And then Fred gets an email reminding him of his appointment with a little attachment that he can even add to his calendar if he likes. I also like the direct entry here. I could say, 2 p.m. Tuesday, Fred adjusted, and then again, Fred adjustment, Tuesday, October 25th. It remembers the last appointment was 15 minutes. Again, I just hit send and Fred gets the appointment and the reminder in his calendar. So I like iCal because it automatically remembers who you've invited to appointments and it makes things a little bit quicker. And notice there's a bunch of different calendars here. I only have a couple turned on and I can search my calendars. So if we look at Google Calendar, it's much the same. Again, I can look at a month view, I can look at my week view, I can look at a day view. And again, if I wanted to enter a 10 o'clock appointment for Fred, and then I actually have to click one extra click to edit event to then add his email. So I could put in fred@example.com. And as you can see, it will remember it the more that I do that. I hit add, I hit save, it says, do you want to send? And I hit send. So there's a couple extra clicks there, but the same thing essentially happens for Fred. And again, in this day view, if I schedule multiple people at this 10 o'clock time, it's very easy. So you could have quite a number of those and they would all fit on your calendar at the same time if you're seeing multiple clients at one particular time. It's also very similar in Outlook. Like I say, I like iCal just because it seems to be the quickest, but all of these are free solutions that are available to you anytime, anywhere, whether it's on your phone, whether it's on your computer, whether it's on your tablet. And they send reminders to your clients. So I think that's a great free way to go. And again, you avoid any monthly hosting fees. If you'd like to try the solution, that's awesome. I hope to hear from you. All you need to do is visit my website, and there you can download both a trial solution with full of dummy data where you can add and delete services and just take it for a test drive and see if it fits with your office. There's also a link to download the free trial of the FileMaker software so you can get it all for free, play around with it for a month and just see how it works for you. If you have any questions or you're really interested, please definitely contact me. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear what you think about the system. And thank you so much for your time watching the video, and I hope you have a wonderful day.